Hello, 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 hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, those who may be listening at dawn, wherever you are on this planet of ours. Hello, my name is Sroda Aglago. Thank you for joining me on Love, Forgive, Live podcast. It's a great day. I am excited to discuss this topic because it was a question that a listener asked me. So I'm going to discuss it. I thought I had discussed something similar to today's topic prior to this question being asked of me, but I figured if someone is asking for a question or someone is asking me a question, it's because they need clarification and they need answers. And of course, they want to know how. So that's what I'm going to discuss today. Before I go on, I have something to share. Something awesome happened this week, and it got me so excited. Just when I thought something wasn't going to work out for me, I was a little preoccupied with the situation, thinking that it wasn't going to work out the way I anticipated or needed it to work out. And then within the midnight hour or the last few minutes, when I thought, okay, this is it, I have put in a request to the universe to assist me with the situation. And then in the nick of time, just when I thought, oh, and then it happened that I got the confirmation that it worked out. So of course, I'm over the moon, excited, and of course, I can't share too many details of the situation, but to understand that no matter how hard things get and you think, oh my goodness, how is this going to work out? And you just when you think you're going to worry about it, the answers present themselves to you and things work out. And now it's when you realize you're really not alone at all, because there's always assistance. Once you put in a request for it and then ask for what you need, you will receive. And once you seek what you need, you will find. And when you're looking for an opportunity and you start knocking on doors, the doors will be open for you. So the golden rule: ask, seek, and knock. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. And knock and the doors will be open for you. It really does work. Trust the process. I'm just happy. So I just thought I'll share that. I don't know what everybody's situation is out there, or if somebody's struggling with something or some answers that they're looking for, is something to work out for them. But this is what I have learned from time and time again, and it never fails. Every time I feel like, oh my goodness, and then things turn around. So that's what I always say, trust the process, surrender it, and watch what happens. So that's my little testimony or good news about allowing the universe to guide you, to handle it. And it's not up for you to worry about it, rather release it and let what and who can handle it for you. And especially when you know that You've done everything you can to solve the problem, and it hasn't been solved. That's when you know you throw your hands in the air and say, okay, I'll take my hands off. You know that's the word or the song, Jesus Take the Wheel. It's actually a very powerful saying. It's allowing the universe to guide you and create the path that you need to take, even though you don't know, but it presents itself. And once you're open to it and trusting, it becomes clear, and then you take it in and walk that path. So that's my little skit or my little testimony. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. Now, today's topic, I will read this to you. I do sometimes just write a topic alone just so I can stay on task, because knowing who I am, sometimes I tend to forget where I am on a topic and I go on a tangent. So this way it keeps me focused, and those who know me know how I can do that. I will start on a topic and I go off, and yeah, it becomes something that is not supposed to be. So I write just only little lines, 2 or 3 lines per section, so that I can stay on task and focus and track the topic. Today's topic, strangely enough, today's topic that I'll be discussing is actually episode 43. I can't believe we've been doing this long. Anyways, here it is. Someone sent me this question. And the question is this: how do you validate yourself when others do not accept you? How do you do that? And the person asks, I keep hearing people, don't wait for others to value you or to validate you. You validate yourself. But how do you do that? What does that mean? Right there, I realized something. That this question this person asks is not wrong. And it's not a stupid question. Rather, it's a very important question. It's an important question because it will explain some of what people go through. Some people go through when they go seeking others to validate them. Maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know how. So I recognize how important this question is and how clear it'll become when it's explained or answered. I'll do my best to answer this question. The answers may vary based on what you heard out there or what you learned, because the answers are also mostly, sometimes I think, it's influenced by an individual's experience with that same topic. And sometimes that lends a whole new perspective into explaining this question or answering it. And believe me, if you hear what I say in regard to answering the question, how do you validate yourself when others do not accept you? If you have something different, share it with me. Write to me. Say, hey, I think this is this way, or it could be this way, or this is how it works. It is okay. There's always room for discussion, and for me to learn something new or more, and for others to learn from me. I think being a great teacher is allowing your students to teach you how to teach. Yes. Being a great teacher is you allowing your pupils or your students to teach you how to teach. That same saying goes for parents. Parents need to understand that parenting a child is not about just ordering a child around and yelling and pointing fingers, do this, do that, but rather lending yourself for the teaching that this precious being that is made with infinite possibilities has come into your life to teach you. I know I learned how to be a parent from my child. I learned patience from my child, watching my child and listening. I learned to be an effective parent from my child and listening in. So I take this very seriously in the sense that if someone hears what I say and it doesn't resonate with them, or they think it should be something different, I welcome that person's ideas or their understanding, and I will listen to see, hey, is there something for me to learn here? And if so, I'm available for it. And if not, at least I learned to give someone an opportunity to speak what is on their mind. So nothing is lost by me being open and ready to allow my brother or my sister to speak what is in their heart. So share your thoughts if you feel what I've discussed or what I'm discussing is not something that resonates with you. So in order to answer this question, I start by saying this. No matter what I hear from individuals, I'm always compelled to respond to what they ask for, especially if it's within reason and it's something that I can answer. Of course, I'll do it because I'm compelled to answer this question also because it is very near and dear to my core belief systems. That you must first know thyself. And as you know yourself, then you'll be able to validate the self that you know. And know that once you do that, nobody can change that for you. So first of all, accept yourself before expecting others to accept you. You see, who you are is not out for who you are. It's not out there. It's not in the environment or outside of you, but rather it's inside. It's within you. Your worth and value is really not up for debate with anyone. I don't care who the people are. It's not up to debate or discussion with anyone but yourself. When you allow others to validate you, you are literally saying, which is so sad, but literally saying that their opinion of you is more important than what you think of yourself or your opinion of yourself. As such, you will chase their opinion, which is not the full being, but that little part. In doing so, you really mean that the individual should actually define for you the parameters of who you should be. And when you do so, you have literally given control, complete control of yourself to that individual to define for you. I don't know about you, that's way too much power that anyone should have over you. Way too much power for an individual to have over you. Meanwhile, you are an individual with a will, and yet you've given that to others. That is a tragedy. When someone else defines who you are or who you should be, please understand this, that person's definition of who you are will be based on their own limited view of you. It will never be exactly who you are or how far you can go. Their limited view of you will never, ever, ever be the real you or the depth of who you are, and to the how far and how high you can go. Their limited view of you will honestly make you feel mediocre. It'll make you feel little, as though you don't matter. Because that's how they may see you. As such, your worth and value can never be left up to another to define for you. If so, understand this: it's pointless, meaningless, nothing. Now, let's get to it. If you don't know yourself enough to have a self-worth and self-value, you can begin with these simple steps. So this goes directly to the core question. How do you validate yourself? How do you do that? How would I recognize it? Or how would you recognize it? 1. Ask yourself, what do I like or love about myself? This is how you go about that, answering that question for yourself. Find something small, something simple about yourself. Simple about yourself that you do like. And begin to appreciate that. Begin to think about that. Begin to see that. Whether it's in the mirror or you look at it. Be present with it. Appreciate it. Number 2, smile every time you recall or think of that thing you like about yourself or the behavior that you like about yourself. Anytime you think about it, bring a smile to your face. Smile as though you have an inside deal into a really good secret that you have access to and nobody else knows. But you do. And it makes you happy. Because when you recall it, you smile. It brings joy to you. That's how you smile every time you think about the thing that you like about yourself. Number 3, recognize and celebrate the little wins or the little things that you do that works out in your daily life. Because this is how you begin to appreciate the everyday life. Because to appreciate the everyday life is to be present. Once you're present, it begins to quickly change your perspective about yourself because you become deliberately present. And as you're deliberately present, there's a sense of joy that comes with that. And once that sense of joy begins to take place, you start smiling for no reason. You don't even try to recall the reason why, or the things that you like about yourself, or something that makes you just feel good inside. It may be very little, but the mere fact that you become aware and recognize it and have an appreciation for it, it's a beautiful thing. And that alone will allow you to begin to see value in the smallest of things that happen in your life. Number 4, treat yourself with the same level of kindness and respect that you give to others. As you respect others that you come in contact with, your friends, your mentor, your bosses, treat yourself with the same level of respect as you give them. Because guess what? You cannot expect someone to respect you and treat you like a king when you treat yourself like a joker or the pauper. There it is. You cannot expect to treat others as kings and queens when you turn around and treat yourself worse than how you treat others. So as you treat everybody as a king and queen, treat yourself as you would the king and the queen. It's very important. Because as you do so, you begin to recognize your value. And tell yourself this, number 5. I deserve to be here. I deserve where I am. I deserve the person I am becoming. I deserve the love that I attract. Not the love that you chase, because you do not chase, you attract. So deserving of the best for yourself is crucial in learning how to validate you. Number 6. Accept yourself and your responsibilities of the shortcomings that you have decided to assign to yourself over the years till now. I'll say it again. Accept yourself and responsibilities you have assigned to yourself up to now. And understand that the shortcomings you gave yourself before was what you provided for yourself because you had a limited information about yourself and you didn't know how to tap into that. Number 7. Find joy every day. And the way to find that joy every day and to celebrate it and be happy with that is to just be thankful for the littlest things. Be happy. It is interesting, once you do these things, you begin to excuse me, you begin to have self-value. Your self-worth will become something that you yourself may not even recognize. You'll be like, whoa, who is this person? Yes. Excuse me. Take a little sip of water. Once you do these things, these 7 steps, watch out. Your confidence will go through the roof. And when that happens, you will not give a damn about other people's opinion of you. Because guess what? Their opinion of you is none of your business. Other people's opinion of you is none of your business. Because whose opinion matters in this situation? Yours. Theirs has nothing to do with you. No matter how many labels they put on you, no matter how much they categorize you or create a name for you, it doesn't matter, because it's not real. It's coming from a limited place, remember. It's none of your business. Keep it moving. That's how you begin to validate yourself, because you recognize that your worth and your value is in you. And once you know that, nothing can the person or the others that want to define you will hold. So allow the opinion that they have of you to stay where it is with them. It has nothing to do with you. You're good. Stay the course. Do you. Another thing is this. When you begin to value yourself, you will notice something, and that is your confidence level will be over the roof. Where when you walk into a room, everyone will recognize that you value you. Because guess what they will see? This is how it'll look like. You take care of yourself. Provide. And that will become a mantra for you daily. Let me give you a scenario. If I take an object and I put the object in mud, let's say a lead vase, crystal vase, sorry. I take that beautiful vase, handcrafted, beautiful crystal vase, and I put it in the mud. Does that change the value of the crystal? The vase? Answer that question. Does the mud change what the crystal vase is? And if that same vase because that crystal vase that I put in the mud would always be called crystal vase. Now if I take it and I wash it nicely, polish it, make sure there are no sand in the little crevice of the crystals based on the carving, it will begin to shine. It will begin to shine so beautifully. Others who see the vase would want it. So your value changes not whether someone tries to determine what that is, defines it. Your value is within you. It's already set. Nobody can take it away from you. Nobody can change it. But if you give the power of you away and have others define that, then understand this. You're losing. Big time. As that flower vase that same vase, if I take it and I put flowers in it and I put water in there, it'll still look beautiful because it's doing its worth as the vessel that holds all those beautiful flowers. and allow it to shine with the sun. Will shine on it. So remember this crystal vase. Every time you begin to think or tell yourself that nobody cares and you're not that important, may the vase begin to pop into your head. Because guess what? Your value changes not. It stays. And like I said, others' opinion of you does not matter. I hope today's topic was helpful for somebody to put into steps how to rediscover themselves, their self-worth, their self-value, and make that something that will steer you in the right direction so that you can become the best you, or the best version of you that you can be. And it makes me excited for all my brothers and sisters that would share this and learn from it. I, for one, had a great time discussing it. So it gives me great pleasure to give a how-to so it can be recognized to liberate and free my brothers and sisters. Once again, I will say, by the way, all this stuff I'm writing down and speak of in a topic or as topics for each episode, they're all being put in a memoir or in a book. And I'm doing the 4th round of editing right now. Like I always say, I had no idea that writing a book will be so much of a time-consuming thing. I thought you just write it, you send it to the editor, they read it, and then make corrections. They send it to you and tell you, oh, you approve of the corrections. Yeah, okay, that's enough. Let's go. No, we keep revisiting, revising, to the extent that now I feel like I'm a walking lesson in editing. And it's not bad. Like I said, I'm open to the learning, so it becomes important. So I'm waiting. When I finish this 4th round of editing, then we'll send it off and then they can do their magic or tell me the next step. So most of the stuff that I do discuss here are going to be in the book. And once it gets released, I'll let you guys know. I'll discuss it with you. Now, I did write a children's book in November 2020, and it's called Polar Kiss. It's only sold on Amazon, so when you go on Amazon and you put in the search box, children's book, Polar Kiss, Polar Kiss, Kiss. That's the title of the book. You'll be able to find it. Get your copy, especially if you have children who need to be empowered and parents need to hear their children out at least for a while. It's worth it. All right. One thing I will share. Take the time to appreciate the little wins of your day. Sometimes it could be as little as, I am awake. I am breathing. I am awake and I can see. I am awake. My feet are touching the ground. I'm fully grounded on earth. I am grateful for the water I'm drinking. I am grateful for the presence of family, friends that I could always call on or talk to. Be intentionally grateful for every little thing, and you watch out what happens. You begin to walk out of your home, wherever you go, with a spring in your step, because you took the time to do that simple affirmation and appreciation and gratitude. And wow, your day is just awesome. Once again, my name is Sroda Aglago. Thank you for joining me on Love, Forgive, Live. I look forward to talking to you again a week from now. Those who listen on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Like and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and on Spotify, Spreaker.com. And now we join a new one called Verbi. VURBI. Of course, those of you who do listen on Apple and in Amazon, thank you for staying with me, for being loyal listeners. I will continue to bring you topics for us to discuss, or for you to discuss with your family and friends, especially nowadays with the COVID. Everybody's at home. Talk among each other. Learn something from one another. And those who want to write to me at love, L-U-V as in Victor, the number 4, give, G-I-V-E, live, L-I-V-E, at gmail.com. Let me hear from you, and I hope this helped you. Let me know too. I don't care what part of the planet you're from. Let me know. All right? Thank you again. Have an awesome week, and I look forward to talking to all of you next time. Have a blessed week. Bye. Mwah!